Alright, hello. We are gonna save the world with Sonic. And I'm gonna adjust my camera. Maybe a little bit less than that. We are on to Chapter 3. This game's getting tough. We've got Life on Mars, Good Vibes Only, Shells All Night, and Late Night Terror Club. And they're all very long. Alright, let's start with Life on Mars. Mars Colony 20XX, our hero, Max Blaster, makes his way across the hostile surface as a delivery person for Uber Eats. Also, you can double jump. Okay. Oops. I like that little you can re-grab note. Oops. Oops, I didn't push it again. I just held it. And like fluttered my thumb. Oof. Oh, jeez. I keep trying to catch it, obviously. Ooh. Oh, I keep jumping too early. I think the translucent death blocks are messing me up. Okay. Oh, there's an H right there. Okay. I can do that. That is a considerate H, I would say. Ooh, I caught it too high. I did not catch it. Again, did not catch it. Oops. Ah, shit. This is very, like, ominous music. Along with the wavy background. Ugh. Oh, jeez. Okay, so I think I just catch it for a second. Or catch it for a split second, then double jump off it. I think the rope, the spinning doesn't reset my double jump, but the rope does. Oof. Ooh, jeez, that's rough. Oh, man. Timing that is freaking tough. And it looks like the regrab counts as a jump. Oh, that's so rough. Okay, we're getting close, though. That's sort of progress. Something about these translucent death blocks, and I'm just not, like, comprehending the hitbox. Yeah. Like, I thought I was safe there. Oof. No, I caught it. Can't freaking catch the rope when I need to. No! That is so hard. If I could just catch the rope, I can go back. That was a nice, due to poor in-app customer review performance, our hero, Max Blaster, has been downgraded to a shorter rope. Okay. Hmm. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's close to right. You go way early. Okay. I think I get down low and then ride it. Do a regular jump, then a spin jump. Okay, that was good progress. Oof. Oof. This is tough. Oops, recaught it. That's so hard. That catch is hard. Ooh, I went in the wrong direction. But I think that's right. Ooh, darn it. Oh, that's right. I can double jump still. What do you know? In the double jump level, I can double jump. I feel like it's one jump off the saw. Oops, I didn't go. And then let it go ahead of you. Oh, not quite. Maybe it's two. Do one little ride and then... Woo! That made a noise. too late. That was the wrong type of jump. I realized it in the middle of it. I sort of pushed both buttons at once. That was all funky. That wasn't how I usually do it. Yeah, that was awkward. That was too low. Oh, man. I keep trying to re-grab there. I keep trying to slow myself right before I hit the saw. Yeah, that was too early. Maybe I do slow fall there. Maybe it's just as simple as that. Hold, jump all the way. Slow fall all the way. Only one way to find out. Okay, that was right. Then I go back and around. Okay, a little bit of progress. This one's a thinker. Ooh. This is tough. This is interesting. It's a different kind of tough. It's almost like a button puzzle tough. Because I feel like once I get something, I can do it relatively consistently. Obviously, it's Kaizo. It's hard. But... Ooh. Oh, I keep not slow falling, and it's messing me up. No, I regrabbed. That's the worst part. That is the toughest part of double jump levels, is not regrabbing. Bleep. That's an interesting noise. Oh, that's a new one. Haven't done that before. No, don't regrab. Don't ever regrab. That's the weird thing. It's either hold slow fall the whole time or don't at all. Very weird. I do appreciate the flashing sprite once you're don't regrab. Once your double jump has been expended. Don't fucking regrab. Come on, man. All you need to do is remove 2 years of muscle memory and you'll do great. I think that's why I had an easy time with the Invictus double jump level, is because I wasn't that good at regrabbing yet. It wasn't something that was like second nature, where now I regrab every jump all the time. Ooh, just a little too early. It's almost like a reverse regrab. It's like rather than cut your jump and then slow fall, it's like you slow fall for a certain amount of time and then fast fall before the jump to get your timing right. Like that, I did it too long. I'm cutting in too much. I think when it dips is when I think I need to cut right under that death sprite. And then when it dips is when I'll land on it and do another big jump. Don't regrab though. That's the hardest part. Just off there. think I'm gonna land on that saw earlier. Oh, that was so close. That was it. That was it. I just need to get past that death block. No, don't re-grab, you fool. There's a pipe right there. Yo, Mithril. Hope you're having a good night. We're playing a double jump level, which is cool. It's like, this level has been a lot tougher to figure out than it has been to execute for the most part, so it's almost like, I mean, it's not quite a puzzle, but it's almost puzzly in that regard. Plus the whole, like, don't regrab thing, you know, because a regrab is a double jump. That it's, like, reversal of what you normally think to do. No! Don't fucking regrab. Ah! Just trying to summon the energy to work on hack jam stuff. Oh, I hear you, man. I am definitely, sort of low energy outside of work. I am glad I was feeling better to stream tonight. I do want to do at least 2 a week still. Obviously, if I'm feeling down or feeling pooped, I'm not going to, but I'd hate to drop below that. I feel like that's a long stretch of not streaming. You know, even when it's like, you know, like this, I'll stream Friday, Saturday this week, and it's like if I do the same next week, it's, you know, 2 days on, 5 days off. That's a lot of off, but is what it is. Oh, I should try and find a way to, like, send a picture. I mean, I just took a picture on my phone, but we got our, like, our prime grade prime rib, like the true prime rib that's prime grade. We still have a lot more, like, choice grade coming in, but we have a freaking mountain of bone and ribeyes. And it's not even the big delivery. It's just a delivery. I don't remember the exact weight, but it's... No, don't re-grab. It's, what was it? 45... 50 to 60 pound cases. You know, 55 pound average cases. Yes, a literal mountain of meat. Oh, I hung back too much on that. And then the big order is, yo, Snake. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you're having a muscly, chuckly night. But yeah, I'll have to throw when I take a break. I'll have to throw the picture on Imager or something, just something to host it so I can put it up. But I was just talking about we got our first like major delivery of prime ribs. At work we got these are the like actual prime grade ones, the really expensive ones. And it's literally a mountain of meat. No, don't regrab. That's the hardest part, is unlearning freaking 3 years now of muscle memory. And don't regrab. I'm trying to have like, I don't know, I'm trying to work on my mindset for these longer levels. Because I definitely, like, when I played that shell level last time, I was pretty frustrated that there was another section. But it's also, like, the game saves checkpoints. You know, like, what's the difference? Literally, what's the difference between a new level... 1 second. No! You know, there's, like, no difference between a new level and another checkpoint. You know, like, sure, the checkpoint's gonna follow the same theme, but it's like so many hacks have instant retry anyways. Look at hacks with no overworld, like... I just feel, looking back, I feel pretty silly that I, like, got frustrated at a level for having yet another checkpoint section. And I mean, like, there is a degree of, like, things you know, levels overstaying their welcome, I feel, is the commonly used phrase for it. But, I don't know. Thinking back to it, I'm trying to have a better mindset about the long levels, especially because, I mean, that's going to be what's coming up. Oops. I think checkpoint conventions are something more hacks should mix with. Like, rather than having your standard standard one checkpoint or 2 checkpoints with the boss fight kind of thing. Maybe I hold it. Does it go back and forth there? That was a strength of Luminous, and Borgie made it a ton smoother by adding extra checkpoints. Oh, for sure. That does make a lot of sense. You know, and I mean, I never played those early versions. But, I mean, that makes a ton of sense. And I mean, that's the other side of it, too. It's like, if you are going to have a long-ass level, and your vision for a level is some incredibly long whatever, you know, if it's going to be that way either way, then I would way rather have a level with 10 checkpoints than 1. I think my partner just got home from work, so I'm gonna get up in just a second. It's pretty early to be first break, but oh, I went too early. Yeah, I'm gonna get up for just a second. I will be right back. Alright. There you go. I think, I didn't test this link, I just typed it in because I had it on my phone. Yeah, there you go. There's Meat Mountain. Should you click on that, those are 12-foot ceilings in that walk-in refrigerator. And that's the small delivery of the nice, expensive stuff. Or small. But the choice grade, the cases are bigger. They're 80 to 90 pound cases, and we're getting 60 of those. And that's also just bone-in. So we offer bone-in and boneless, prime, and choice grade. So there's 4 options. And that one, I mean, that one is probably the second most popular option. Because most people end up getting a bone-in for their rib roast. So choice, bone-in is the most popular that we'll get, whatever, 5,000 pounds of. Then that one. Then boneless choice. And then boneless prime, which we'll get, you know. Compared to that amount, a relatively small amount. You know, something like 10 cases or something like that at each of those. But, I mean, I was talking about the volumes we do on Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is like a joke compared to what we do for you know, Christmas and the winter holidays. Oh, I held back. And it absolutely boggles my mind how much some people just do not give a fuck what they spend on Christmas. Or on, like, a single meal for a party like that. I mean, that meat in that picture is selling for almost $30 a pound. And people just... Like, and it's at a point where we have to closely track it because we will cut off orders because we will not have enough. Oh, cut my jump too much. You know, with 2,500 pounds of it or whatever. No, it's just buying 2,500 pounds of something that costs that much that goes bad within 3 weeks is a bit of a gamble, no matter how much. So we err on the side of just enough, and if we have to turn people away, we have to turn people away. Versus having money that's the equivalent of our, you know, having meat that's the equivalent of our product rot in our cooler, or that's the equivalent of our profit. You know what I mean? It's just that we aim, like, we buy enough that's based on what numbers last year and average growth for this year. So we're like, we are close either way. But there is going to be a certain point where, you know, say we have 2,500 pounds, we'll take 2,000 pounds worth of pre-order, and we'll cut off pre-orders, and then after that it's first come first serve till it's gone, you know, because that is better than, it's better to say no, we don't have any more prime than to have $10,000 worth of prime meat going into the slowest time of the year. It's just a, you know. In general, we have had this reserved for quite some time. You know, it's not like we just called and placed an order on whatever, November, you know, 20th, and was like, oh, quick, we need 25, you know. This has been in the works, whoops. This has been in the works for a while. So if we wanted 5 more cases, I'm sure we could have gotten 5 more cases. You know. But it's definitely one of those things that it's like super cool to see that much meat, and also like on the business side knowing that it's like, okay, that's a single invoice for a lot of money. No, I didn't push the button. I think I'm gonna land on it and then jump right away. And then go down. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. We'll see. But it's interesting. It's definitely an interesting, like, world to be a part of. No! Stop regrabbing! Undo all your muscle memory. Oh, I keep cutting it too early there. This is tricky. This hack very quickly went from multiple levels in a stream to a level in a stream to, I would imagine, partial level in a stream. And I mean, that's also, I mean, I guess there are a few reasons for that. One of them was the first time I played this, I did a, like, 11-hour stream. So, that is sometimes the equivalent of 2 weeks worth of streaming for me. But also, it's not only getting harder, but the levels are getting longer. Oh, it goes! I thought it was going to back and forth there. Oh my goodness gracious me. That is a part. I have also decided it's definitely time to start, like, if I need to, piecing this out. So, if I do start to get salty at it, I'm just gonna pick something else rather than be frustrated. Because this hack is gonna take me a long time to beat. No, don't turn back. Just hold it a little longer. Oops, don't re-grab, you fool. I do wonder about, Grand Poo World 3. Don't go back, just keep going forward. I don't know what made me think about that recently. But that's one I've definitely said that I will drop anything I'm doing and play. Okay. Oof. You've been on a break from Grand Poo World 2 with your hand hurt and hack jam taking up your time. That's fair. How far were you on Weathertop, was it? Yeah, I mean, it is honestly, from my perspective, hard to judge a timeline of things mentioned in chat. You know, it's kind of like, I really don't have any perspective. Mirkwood, that's what it was. You know, how long ago it was you said you started it or whatever, but I do feel like you've been rocking through it pretty good. Ooh. Mirkwood, not Weathertop. Oh, for sure. Hard to keep track of everyone's Kaizo journey. No. Beating Mirkwood did put you at Weathertop. Okay, fair enough. I think I just mixed those two up in my mind as far as where they were. Holy fuck. I don't think I'm doing that right. I don't think there's going to be nearly enough time for me to jump on that and go back. Maybe I jump forward to that coin? Huh. There's definitely a very puzzly element to it. To this level. I don't know if that's an accurate way to describe it, but it's more of like, I definitely feel the need or benefit of like contemplating my deaths and like, okay, what did I do wrong there? Where I feel like in a lot of Kaizo games, it's relatively easy to figure out what exactly you're supposed to do. Or what you did wrong. Got it! But like that, like it wasn't super hard to execute. It was just figuring out the steps with double jumping and everything. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can wrangle a kitty cat. Nope, he knows what's coming. I think he knows when I'm wearing the headset that I'm gonna pick him up and put him on stream because he just went behind the bookshelf. I think he knows. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that at least that first room, it was very like, I would describe it as puzzly. Like I didn't. Oh, what are these? Oh, those look like they should be death blocks. Welcome to New Mars City, a libertarian utopia with a benevolent and brilliant and infallible leader. You see a shining skyscraper in the distance, towering over the slums. The food in your pack is getting cold. You're late. The meta of this level is that you're okay, I still have double jump. You're an Uber or Uber Eats or Lyft or something. Okay. Oh my goodness, doing this without regrabbing is gonna be impossible. I can't believe the fastest hedgehog is late. Oh yeah, this is impossible. Oh, I forget that I can that I refresh my jump when I land on something, so there's no reason to butt spot now. What's up, Charlie? Ah, progress. Everything's progress in this hack at this point. Oh, I wasn't thinking that was gonna happen, but it did. No. How the heck do I do that? See, like this, it's like it's puzzly. This double jump thing's puzzly. It's about as puzzly as I want to get in my Kaizo. Maybe it's only puzzly because I'm not much of a puzzle person, but I don't know. Having unique unique mechanics, that's hard to say. Unique mechanics that kind of defy your muscle memory adds a whole extra, you know, muscle memory isn't in control anymore. What the heck do I do there? I bet I can land on it once. I bet I have to time it just right and land on it once. I just don't see any other way to do that. Hope you're having a good night, Charlie. Well, that wasn't right. Hey! Happy weekend to you as well. Hope you had a good week, and weekend's always nice. No. Nope, I didn't push the button. I like this, I like this, baseline. Right, you can double jump in this game. I will eventually remember that. Remember it just in time to beat this level. What the heck do I do next? Because that's a one-tile gap. Up top. Or to the right of the screen, there's a one-tile gap. There's going to be a one-tile gap under... I bet I just do a big jump and go under it and do something on the other side. I like this level. I think I have to just do a single jump there. Or something. Or actually land on it, which I might not have. Ah. Yeah, I bet that's what I do. I jump on that and go around. And maybe go back left to jump on that. Whatever. Shimmer Fuzzy. I can't think of the name, so that's what we're going with. Going with the Shimmer Fuzzy. Sparky! That's what it is. No, just kill the momentum. No. You know, I feel like I have way less, like, story, even though I haven't streamed since last Saturday. I feel like while work is super busy, I have way less, like, interesting stories to tell, because it's just, like, I was running around a lot at work. Oh, that was good progress. Sweet. Now what? Now we've got one coming from the left. Yeah, I know, but it's still like... Ah, thanks, I appreciate that. Probably more of a self-conscious thing that I, you know, every once in a while after whatever, 30 seconds of silence or whatever, I become very conscious of the fact that I'm sitting here on camera with my mouth shut. But... Which is funny, because that's something I'm, like, in real life, I am good at. You know, like, a lot of people feel like they need to talk to fill the silence, and I don't. Like, I am perfectly fine with silence, with not talking, with sharing space with someone without talking. Or talking when, you know, talking when there's stuff to be said, but also not... You know, not just filling the void with noise for the sake of it, but I'm way more aware of not being talking when I'm on stream than when I am in real life, you know, or in my day-to-day life. Not like this is any less real. Extremely socially anxious, usually have verbal diarrhea. That's my, if I have social anxiety, which I mean, I would not put it that way. I am not the most, like, social person, but I would not say it's anxiety. And I am quite the opposite. I'm more of a, like... You know, I'll go to a party and just, like, sit down and look at my phone or, like, talk to the one person I know. But I tend to be more quiet. In real life, you're often either awkwardly silent or awkwardly rambling. Yeah, I can feel that. I don't think I'm very good at, like, small talk. So it's like, I'm not good at that, like, hey, how's it going? Great, how are you? The end. You know, like, I'm not good at, like, continuing that first intro conversation. But then, like, if a topic comes up that I'm interested in, such as food or video games, then I can talk and talk and talk, you know. Tend to repeat yourself a lot when you get anxious. You can hear yourself do it, but you can't stop it. Yeah, and that's something that, like, I feel like I'm very aware of that, too, and, like, it's funny because I notice streamers will say, you know, repeat things or whatever, and I will definitely repeat things, but I'm very aware of it, and it's like, I could have said something on stream last week, and I always feel the need to, like, well, I know I've said this before, and it's like, you know I have a couple people that hang out all the time, but, like, you know, there's a good chance that, like, either they don't care, or there's new people here. But no, I mean, definitely, the quote-unquote verbal diarrhea is not the problem that I have. Quite the opposite. No, that's a tricky jump. One of your nephews just turned 15. He's very quiet at family get-togethers. But he will come, talk your ear off, whichever game he's super into at the time. Melts your heart. Nice. You read verbal diarrhea. Thought you all were talking about you. How are you, Marlboro? Oh, that's a hard one. That's a tough one. It's pretty intuitive once I get past that, but... Oof. Christmas in via Kaizo? What do you mean by that? I saw there's a new hack called, like, Christmas Present or something like that. Maybe I'll save that closer to Christmas time. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what it made me think of. No! By the Uber camper. No! Yeah, maybe I'll save that for closer to Christmas. It sounds like it's something I'd probably get through pretty quickly. No! Hugged in too much. But that was good. That was a knowledge progress for sure. It's definitely an interesting element to Kaizo that, like... Sometimes, you know, it happens all the time where it's like I get something first try and then it takes me 5 tries to do it again. Oh, okay. You know, it takes me 5 tries to do it again, but it's like I happen to do something with my hands. And then it happens, and then I can't figure it out, and then I realize, like, oh, that's what I did. Stuck on the last level. Well, that's Kaizo. No! Figured that out a little bit. I think there's an icy fruit Kaizo hack. Or that might be just the, maybe it's just the ROM hack race level. It's a long level, I know. There was at least a similar level by icy fruit. So it's called, like, claustrophobia, like, you know, Santa Claus, and it's a take on that, like, difficult one-screen Kaizo, but all Christmas-themed. And I think I played that at some point earlier this year, because it's a relatively early ROM hack race level. But maybe I should do that one too. Line up a couple of... Oof. Line up a couple of holiday-themed hacks to play at some point. Although I don't know that I'm going to plan on streaming at all Christmas week. Depending. That's just going to be, it's going to be a lot of long days and all that. But, well, I mean, we'll see how I feel. But, I mean, I put it on Twitter, but basically, streams may be more sparse this month. What the fuck do I do there? Oh, I cross through? Or do I stay on the inside? It's gonna go... And then once I get... I think I need to wait for it to get low on that, double jump out of it, double jump in the middle, and then get across before it hits that little death thing. I keep leaning like away from the camera while I think. But I mean, I think it would be... I don't know. It would be cool to do something festive. I'm not like... I don't know. I'm not like a big Christmas person. I'm certainly not religious. But it's like... What I really like is like the vibe of... It's winter. It's cold and snowy out, but it's warm in here. It's cozy. If your family continues to deteriorate, the closer you get to Christmas, you're going to need a lot of streamers to keep you company this year. Fair enough. And I mean, I guess that's a thing I could do, is just do an actual Christmas stream. I don't know what our plans are, but... that is going to depend heavily on my partner's opinion of that. But I do always feel like, I mean, at least as an adult, like we did Christmas dinner and stuff. But I feel like Christmas is a lot more of a, like, morning holiday, if that makes sense. You know, it's like you get up, and, you know, if there's presents, and, like, you know, if there's kids, the kids open presents, then you have a nice breakfast. But then, no! After that, everyone just kind of dicks around with their new stuff on their own, you know. But... now Wham is gonna show up? Like that... the band? I see. I did not know that that was... that song Last Christmas was by Wham. No! You just Googled it? Nice. No, that was the wrong place to jump. I do have to say the see-through death blocks are... I mean, I feel like they're aesthetic, but they're also... I don't know. I feel like I've messed up more with the see-through death blocks. Like, I kind of wish they were all the, like, black and orange death blocks. Oh, that was close. Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. I mean, it's pretty, if you did, I don't remember it, so it's pretty stream of conscious here. I think we were just talking about the fact that I, like, became aware of... Oh, yeah, because you came in because of the verbal diarrhea thing. You know, I was just sitting here for whatever, 2 minutes, and was like, I don't have any stories from this week, because it was just busy at work. Nothing interesting. So we were kind of talking about different approaches to being social, and, you know, I default to being more of a quiet person, some folks default to being more talkative. No! Okay, so a click, if I bounce on it, it counts. You sing at work, must you? I sing less now that I am in the front of the house. When I was a chef, I would sing quite a bit, and I am not a good singer. No! Pull out the Price is Right when you're moving customers out. Oh, that's funny. No! I love this baseline. That is a tricky jump. I need to cut my hair. I've had bedhead the last couple days. I tend to keep my head, like, not shaved, but, like, buzzed. Oops, too low. I mean, I suppose I could shave my head. This is one of the few hacks that has more Chrono Trigger music than yours. You have to respect that. I've actually never played Chrono Trigger. And would not be able to pick up the music. You what, mate? Maybe one of these days I'll do a random SNES stream. Gotta at some point do something other than Kaizo, right? Yeah, maybe one of these days. Bonk. I don't know if I could pick my favorite video game. I mean, right now, by default, it's probably Super Mario World. Butter up the mods, Justin, but... I think for a long time I would have said Donkey Kong Country 2 is my all-time favorite, and I do think that is a terrific game. But I don't know. It's hard to say what game, like, is my very favorite. And that's why I say Super Mario World by default, because it's like I never played Super Mario World as much as I played Donkey Kong Country. Like, I was good at it. Oh, I did it too long. Like, I was good at Super Mario World. I mean, I remember a buddy of mine and we were, I don't know, sleeping over a friend's house, and, like, both talked about, like, oh, I'm pretty good at Super Mario World, and both of us, like, obviously thinking, like, oh, I'm really good at Super Mario World. But we both ended up teaching each other, like, a bunch of cool stuff. We got 96 exits in, like, a couple hours, which isn't bad for, you know, a couple of 14-year-olds. DKC2 because has become a little less fun, because lately you need to get everything, but can't remember it all. Oh, see, that's all I do is 102%. Like, that... I mean, even when I played it on stream, like... after not doing a 102% run for, like, probably 3 or 4 years, I still did it in 2.5 hours game time. You know, I know that game like the back of my freaking hand. Never forget when you rented Chrono Trigger. And is it an RPG? Because that would have been, like, as a kid, a major deal breaker for me. I mean, I still don't super love RPGs, but I'm a lot more open-minded. Like, even, you know, Super Mario RPG. It was like... I liked it despite it being an RPG, you know, was my mindset. I also have literally zero concept as to what the difference between... Oops, I didn't follow long enough. What a JRPG and whatever American... I know I've had it explained to me, but I don't know. I was always just into platformers. I played a bit of fighting games, like I liked Mortal Kombat and all that too. I was never very good at it. Well, it's hard to say, because also Mortal Kombat is one of the most famously, like, cheap AIs. No. Much more accessible, and it tells a story at a good pace. Well, that's cool. No, I went to regrab and jump on that thing again. That's the biggest thing right now is timing that Sparky to hit it just before the death block. I had a great stretch and not dying because I tried to regrab. I love the aesthetic of these black death blocks with the orange outline. It's amazing how just the orange outline makes them so much more aesthetic. Because I do feel like black death blocks are the ultimate just like I don't care about aesthetics and this place needs something to kill you and I'm not going to stack munchers like it's 2012. You know, it's just a purely functional where they actually look really nice. With the orange. No, that's the hard part. Okay, so when I bounce off of that, that counts as a jump. Like, a regrab counts as a jump. You can do a regrab in that situation. You can regrab off of something, but it counts as a jump. So if I do, like, a spin jump bounce, and then jump right off of that, that's my double jump used. Oh man, I was cutting that so close. I need to use the restroom. I'll be back in just a sec. Oh, I haven't played poker in a while. I like poker. I like playing poker. It's been a while. But I used to in high school and when I was home from college, me and my buddies would play poker a lot. But I haven't played in a while. Every once in a while, I'll like download a poker app and play, and then forget about it, and then delete it because Mexican Sweat. I don't know Mexican Sweat. Is that like a type of poker? You know what game was regional to where I grew up that nobody in the world else knows how to play? Is Setback. There's another name for it, Pitch. Pitch is the other name for it. But most people haven't. Most people have not heard of. Most people have not heard of Setback or Pitch. It's like a very regional thing. Like I grew up in Connecticut, and then went to school in Rhode Island, and like nobody had heard of it. But it was like everybody where I grew up played Setback. Yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, I don't know what a like good what's it called? Like a good app to use or site to use or whatever, but I would be for it. Oh, see, like the regrab counts. And the problem with Setback is it's like relatively complicated, so it's like I haven't played it in like forever. And like last time I went home with my parents, we you know, we played it and I picked it right back up, but it's like it's a tough game to like teach people. You know, it works best. You can play, you know, it would be called Cutthroat, where it's however many, and you play by yourself. Works kind of best or most fun in teams, where it's 2-on-2 and you sit across from your partner. And it's like there's a certain amount of points you can get. Yeah, okay, so so spades is always trump. So like there are 4 points you can get in Setback, in a hand of Setback. High, low, jack, and game. And high, low, jack are the high card of trump, low card of trump, jack of trump. Game is all the face cards of any suit are worth. Ace is worth 4, king is worth 3, queen is worth 2, jack's worth 1, and 10's worth 10. And you take all the tricks you took at the end, add up your points, and that's the game point. And you basically like bid based on how many points you're gonna get. But then the person who like wins the bid, so it's like, say whatever, I deal, the person to the left of me bids 2, the person to the left of them bids 3, next person passes. You can pass or bid. The only person that's forced to bid is the dealer if nobody else does. But then you like decide like, you know, you're going 3 in hearts or whatever, and you're saying that you think over the course of that hand you're gonna get 3 of the 4 points, and hearts is gonna be trump. But it's a fun game. It's just I had a lot of the challenge that I had after like high school, where I lived and played that game a lot, was that it's like it's way easier when you're teaching someone to play to have a group of people that know how to play and one person learning, rather than like a group of people learning and one person that knows how to play. But it's a cool game. But yeah, a lot of poker and setback. But yeah, I haven't really played cards in a while. I mean, my partner and I will play like Rummy 500 and stuff. You know, just kind of, you know, we'll go camping and play cards, and it's just kind of basically an excuse to sit there and shoot the shit and hang out, you know. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was decent at it at one point, but it's also hard to say, like, when you're playing with the same, whatever, 8 to 10 people, you know, or the group of whatever, 15 that's in the poker circle that at any given time, 7 of them show up, you know, it's kind of, you sort of start to learn everybody, and, you know, it's a lot different than actually being good at, like, going to a casino and, like, playing against real poker players, you know, I was never, like, that good. One of my buddies made a fair, I mean, you know, for being 18, you know, made a fair amount of money playing online poker. But he would just, like, sit there and practice guitar, and just fold for, you know, hours, you know, until he got the opportunity. And that was always my challenge, was the patience of it. Was the, like, whatever, like, I've got Jack 10, or, like, you know, 9-10 suited, like, that's a pretty good hand. I should play it. I haven't played in a while. I've got Queen 9. That's a pretty good hand, and I haven't played a hand in a while. And then, like, you know, you bet for too long, and all that. But I like it. I like playing poker. I also enjoyed the, like, I think a lot of what I enjoyed was the, like, friendly game of it, too. Is that, like, I definitely have gone to bars and played. I've gone to bars and, like, played poker. But there's something a little bit less fun to me about the, like, about the, everybody just sitting around being quiet trying to take money from each other. You know, a lot of the logic with starting to play poker was that it's like, we could spend $10 to go out to the movies, or we could buy in $10 worth of poker chips and have an equally as entertaining, if not more so, night, and then at the end of the day, someone's going home with the money, or more than one person is going home with the money. You know, so it was like, you know. 1 second. Like, you want to win. Obviously, you want to win. But, like, a lot of the part of that game was having fun with it. Player fatigue was definitely a factor in some of your old friendly games. Sometimes you would just decide you're just going to settle in and outlast everyone. Sure. No, I should go back on that. But yeah, a poker game would be fun. I mean, I assume there's gotta be websites or whatever that you can... you know, some website or whatever that you can, Just, like, set up a poker game. Oops, I forgot to fast fall. I love the attention to detail in this game. Like the orange hue on these blocks, the orange on the, you know, the black death blocks. And what is that, a Ninja Turtles background? I know it was an Orcus, but like a Ninja Turtles background. I mean, it looks like Ninja Turtles enemies. You won't have any real money to bet. I mean, I don't care if it's for funsies or what. You know, when I think of a friendly game, it's more about passing the time and chatting and having a fun card playing, you know, whether it's in person or not. You know. It might be harder to find a way to set up a game without money. I don't know. I have no idea. But I have to imagine that a lot of the websites are set up to, like, rake the pot. But I have literally no idea. No, don't regrab! God damn it. I'm gonna do that every 15 minutes for the rest of this level. Regrab my head. Should have gotten a cheap car. I have recently, and I'm not going to. It's just been a thought that crossed my mind, but like, I have a like 2019 Tacoma that I bought new that has like less than 10,000 miles on it. And like, there is currently a major vehicle shortage. And it's like, man, I bet I could sell that after having driven it for, you know, however long. Like, I could sell that for more than what I paid for it. You know. But I also like it. And it's like, I don't necessarily, like, I don't know. I worked hard to buy a new vehicle for the first time in my life, and I'm proud of myself, and I like my Tacoma a lot. And it's like, you know, I could sell it and buy some junker that works, but I don't know. I like my Tacoma. I also like not having to worry about it. Well, and that's the thing too. I mean, I did a lot of research, and you know, Toyotas are very reliable, and it's like, I would also rather, you know, I looked at the vehicle as an investment. It's like I wanted to get it new. I mean, part of the reason I wanted to get it new was because freaking a Tacoma with 100,000 miles on it goes for $20,000. You know, it's like, well, if I'm gonna spend that much money, like. Oh yeah, a guy I worked with had a T100. But it's like, you know, the prospect of that car, or that truck, is that I'm gonna, you know, finish paying it off in whatever, 2.5 years. Too low. You know, in 2.5 years, and then I will have a great vehicle for a long time after that. A long time after my car payment is done. And then I'll eventually be able to sell it. You know, I mean, considering the way they hold their value, or at least have up until now, you know, is mind-blowing to me. Because that's, I mean, at first I was looking at used. But it's just like, holy shit, you know. 100,000 miles for $20,000, $150,000, $17,000, like, I'll drive it for 12 years and then sell it for half the value, you know. And I think that's more worth it than like a quick money-making scheme to, you know, based off of a shortage of like, well, I could make whatever profit. You know, it's like I'd rather drive it for a decade, have not had a car payment for however long, and then either be able to buy my next vehicle outright after, you know, a certain amount of time, or without taking any money out of savings, be able to pay it half off for sure. I think that's more worth it in the long run. Because it's like, it sure would suck to have that, no matter how much money I made. I mean, I guess I could pay it all off. But, you know, it still would suck to, like, take some of that, however much money, and then freaking pay the rest of the loan. Yeah, that's exactly my logic, Marlboro, is I do not plan on getting another vehicle for a very long time. And that's, you know, my partner has a sedan, I've got a truck, you know, and that's what we were looking at. You know, it's not, you know, at the end of the day, the, you know, Focus is hers, and the Tacoma is mine. But it was just like, we have a sedan for nice long road trips, and we've got a high clearance vehicle for doing cool dirt roads in Montana and for carrying heavy things. You know, we looked into Jeeps and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, it's just a nice balance to have. Had such terrible luck with cars, so you've decided just to lease. Helps soothe both of our anxieties about car and money stuff. Well, that works. I know my parents leased a couple of vehicles. I just like the idea that I will, like, soon pay it off, and it will be completely mine. You know. But I mean, there is that other side of it, is the, like, amount of work you know, can have to put into it and all that sort of thing. Do I need a... Huh. That's a tough jump. That's a really tough jump. I think that's tougher. I keep leaning. I'm thinking. I think over here apparently. I'm just gonna do some real deep thinking. Do I need to wait longer on that side? I don't know. We'll try it again. I know, like, my first job was at an ice cream shop. And man, that, like, I'll never have that life now, but when I was in high school, the owner of the ice cream shop was totally my, like, life role model, because he owned, like, 5 restaurants. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. That's how I do it. He owned, like, 5 restaurants in New Haven, Connecticut. And then, at some point, when he was, like, 40, sold them all, bought and opened an ice cream shop, and then made ice cream 9 months a year, and went to the Caribbean for the other 3 months a year. And it was just like, that sounds fucking good, you know. But he always used to, you know, lease BMWs, because who wants a 4-year-old BMW? It's like, yeah, it must be nice. But he was super chill. You know, and he obviously, like, worked his ass off for a long time. You know, I don't know what kind of money he was born into or anything. I have no idea. But I think he was a pretty down-to-earth person. But, yeah, he just, like, smoked weed, made ice cream, and then the other 3 months of the year when it was winter in New England, he went to the Caribbean. No. I get it now, though, I think. But I also very long ago, like, gave up on the notion of that I wanted to own a restaurant. You know, that's too much. That is too much. Oops. Had a couple of cars over the years, had the worst luck. They weren't even old beaters or anything. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. I mean, that's the other side of it, is they can really become money pits if things start going wrong. And that I'm bad about. Like, I don't know anything about cars. I mean, and that's definitely the irony of, you know, my partner has a commercial driver's license and, like, I mean, is not a mechanic, but knows about vehicles. And I'm a good cook. Subverting those, gender... stereotypes. But... like, I don't know anything about it, so it's just like... whatever a mechanic told me needed to be done, I'd be like, okay. I remember one time we were camping, or going for a hike. Either way, we, like, wound up going down this, like, and I helped, yeah. We were going down this dirt road, and this guy, like, was pulled over on the side of the road with his hood up and all that, and we pulled over. And my partner started talking to him, and he kept, like, she would talk, and then he would talk back at me. And I'm just like, I don't know what you're looking at me for. I could give you directions if you want, but they're not going to be right. They're not going to be based in reality on any way. I could tell you what to do if you want. And I was tempted to do that, but it's just like, stop. I'm not talking. I don't know anything about this. She is the one that is initiating this conversation. She is the one that is looking under your hood. Not me. I'm just here. I am ready to go for a hike. And we decided to be kind and pull over and help you. No! That part is so hard. No! May sound bad, but you do live in a much more conservative area than most people. So that can be a little more common. Yeah, well, I am in a weird situation in Montana. Because I'm in, like, a liberal little bubble of a very conservative state. Although, I do feel like Montana conservatism is different than, so, like, the national whatever. It's a lot more of the, like, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want the government telling me what to do. Kind of conservatives out here. And there are definitely, like, still Donald Trump flags and all that, you know. No! All that horrifying nonsense. But I have met a lot more conservatives here that I could have a conversation with, and, like, yeah, that's real good progress, because I like, learned. You know, I've definitely had conversations with you know, people that identify as conservative in bars who are like, oh no, I fucking hate Donald Trump. You know. Which is appreciated. You know. No! We see the H! You're looking at apartments, the owner wouldn't look at you or acknowledge your answers. He'd repeat the question looking at your husband. Oh, that's fucking ridiculous. No! God, Pokemon cards. That's one thing, like, I remember it was probably, like, 2001, 2002, somewhere in that area, I sold a freaking first edition Charizard for 40 bucks, because that's what it was worth at the time, and thought I made out like a bandit. Looking at Pokemon cards, had certain kind that was based in each region, so you were looking at the stack, finding the one you wanted, and the guy goes, it's all random what's in each of these packs. They have a few cards, but they aren't all the same pack. Like you didn't know how Pokemon cards packs worked. Yeah. It's amazing how many freaking men have that kind of mindset. Ooh, don't regrab. There's my 15 minutes. Yeah, but also, like, I mean, Pokemon cards came out, like, 25 years ago. I don't know. There's some people. Some people. I do like to have fun with some people that, like, clearly feel like they, know more about food than me. And I'll just mess with them by, like, letting them talk. Like, I don't, they would never know I've messed with them. You know, it's just me being like, oh, wow, really? You know, like, today. And it's, like, a subtle little thing, but, like, someone was... why did he explain that to you? Did you even ask? Yeah. That sounds like, I mean, that sounds like the definition of mansplaining. No. Still waiting for the day that I'm at some random party and someone's got a Super Nintendo. And I can be like, oh, Super Mario World. I've heard of that game, I think. Can I try? No, I've never seen this before. I've never played it before. I've heard of it though. You know, that I've thought about that, Charlie, that like I know the rest of my Pokemon cards are somewhere. But like, I mean, at this point, they're long gone. You know, if they probably just got tag saled or like something. Like, you know, my parents probably sold them for freaking $5. Oh, that was close. You know, my parents have since like semi-retired. They moved to rural Arizona. My mom still like works from home, but my dad's retired and. I'm very happy for them. They, I mean, they went on their honeymoon to the Grand Canyon, and my whole life, they've been talking about Arizona. And, like, right before I went to college, in 2005, they bought, like, a 40-acre plot in the middle of nowhere. Not middle of nowhere, but very rural Arizona. And it was always, like... Alright, No! In 2 years, we're gonna move to Arizona. Whatever. And then finally they actually did, and I'm really happy for him. My first ever pack of Pokemon cards, I got the starter pack and a booster pack. And my fucking booster pack. And this is from, like, the first American run. Had a fucking Charizard in it. And I sold it for $40 in 2001 or 2002, because that's what it was worth at the time. And I was like, well, I paid $5 for this booster pack. This is gonna pay for the whole... You know, whatever. I thought I was making out like a bandit. It was $37. Yeah, I don't even want to know. But sub fight me, that would be a good, Although I do have to say, the more active my chat becomes, the less I like having butt spot around. Or at least that I should turn it, like, way down so that it's, you know, appears every 100 lines or whatever. Timing out butt spot, you can do that. I guess I could do that. I didn't even think about that. I feel like that would be a little, like, silly, though, to have, like, a bot actively in my channel and then time it out so it can't post. Do it in Risto's channel from time to time. No! There's my regrab! That was a fine one, at least. So I've been getting more and more. I know I've talked about this. I don't know when or at what great length, but I've been getting more and more into Bloons Tower Defense 6, which, like, I liked Tower Defense 5 and kind of remembered that it existed and bought it as, like, a chill downtime game. And I'm toying with the idea of streaming it. I'm not sure. It's way more of a passive game, you know, in the sense that it's just like, if anyone hasn't played it, it's just balloons come on a track and you get different towers that pop them. So a lot of the game is just building up money for good towers. But I think it would make for a cool, like, a chill stream and, like, a good break from Kaizo. Because it's like most of the time, like, I'd have to watch. But, like, if I play, I have started playing some of the more, like, advanced and expert maps, and those kind of, like, fuck my shit up a bit. But if I play, like, the beginner maps, like, I have, like, almost 100% chance of success. You know, so it's not like, and it's not a stressful game to lose. It's a bit of a bummer to lose, you know, because it's like, it's long, and you just kind of like, since it is so passive, a lot of the game is just kind of watching it. And it's like, you know, you can fast forward it, but it's just like, it'll suddenly happen where you think you're doing good, you're saving up money, and then suddenly, like, bloop, everything breaks through. And it's like, it's got this, like, monkey money system where you can unlock different heroes and stuff, but it's like, you get, you know, money for beating the levels, or beating the, like, the round, or whatever you would call it, the map. You know, you have to, you know, easy is level 40, medium's level 60, hard's level 80. But, like, in order to get a retry, so you can get a retry, and start on the level you died at with all the money you made, but it costs the same amount of money that you would have won for completing the level. So it's like, it's kind of pointless, you know. You know, it makes, like, even if you win, then it's a wash. But, I don't know, it's a cool game. It'd be an interesting one to, like, dick around with and kind of, like, explain my logic. Regrab. But it's a good, like, chill, mindless one. It's one, like, if I haven't felt like streaming and have been hanging out on Twitch, you know, watching Twitch, like, it's a fun one to kind of play and watch Twitch. Because it's, like, at most points of the game, if I'm paying attention, like, I can totally, like, minimize the game and type in chat, you know? It's not one that requires constant attention. But it can bite you in the ass. It can definitely bite you in the ass if you don't give it enough attention. But yeah, maybe I may try it at one point. Balloons. The other game I've thought about is Heroes of Might and Magic 3, which is just a childhood, like, nostalgia game. And that one's like a strategy. Like, you build a town, and, like, you have heroes that go around the map, and you grow armies in your town depending on what, like, creature dwellings you build. That's a fun game. I'm not very good at it, but it's also not one that I would play for, like, you know, you can see some, like, very high level Heroes of Might and Magic 3 gameplay. But I would probably just make you could do, like, a randomly generated map, and I would just do a randomly generated large map and play it on easy just to, like, dick around and explore. You know, that's where I get the fun out of that game. Like, one of the classes that you can be, or one of the towns you can get, is a necropolis, like, and be a necromancer. And, like, certain percentage of the army, you know, the enemies that you kill will be resuscitated into your army as skeletons. And it's just, like, it's not much of a challenge, but, like, I enjoy, like, just getting an unstoppable skeleton army and, like, exploring, like, every corner of the map and just, like, freaking trouncing anything that crosses my path. You know. And that's where I get the fun out of that game. Like, some people play really high level where you start with, like, super minimal resources and, you know, but it's like you can really get, you know, as you level up, you can increase your necromancy skill and, like, you can get artifacts, you know, because you can get, like, you know, like, a lot of games have the kind of stuff, but it's like you can get a, you know, a hat and a ring and a breastplate and, like, you know, all sorts of, like, stuff you can wear that all are, like, you know, but there's, like, the helm of the Dark Prince that's, like, plus 15% necromancy skill or whatever. But you can get it to a point where you're, like, resuscitating large portions of the enemy army. And, like, the way it works, basically, like, your town, you have creature dwellings, and every week, the creature dwellings, like, reproduce however many creatures it would be. So if it's, like, you know, skeletons are a level 1, so it's 20 a week or whatever, and then there's a level 2 that's 15, and so on until you get to the high levels and it's 1. But there's also wild creatures around, and they all grow, like, every week, just like they were in, you know, a town. So it's like you get playing for a long time, and, like, you know, again, like, people that are competitive or, like, are playing really serious games, the game doesn't last more than, like, you know, 2 or 3 quote-unquote months. But, like, if I'm dicking around for, like, years in the game, some of the creature dwellings become, you know, the wild creatures become, like, you know, you're facing tens of thousands of level 1 creatures with your tens of thousands of skeletons. And then you get, like, 9,000 skeletons back, you know, like, it's just, I don't know, it's fun. But I do wonder about, I have no idea, I know the balloons community is, like, quite active. I don't know about Heroes of Might and Magic 3, I think that's a lot more, like, niche. But I worry about the, like, not worry, but the effect of, like, if I'm playing balloons, are there going to be a bunch of people that come in that are way better at the game than me and decide that, like, I've placed my tower slightly wrong, or, like, this and that, where... But at the end of the day, like, who gives a shit? Like, if I want to do it, I'll do it, and if people come in and start to be annoying, I'll just fucking time them out or whatever. You know, I have no idea, but, you know. The dead rising like stonks. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's ironic I find that, like, you know, in platforming games, like, I love it to be super hard. And to, like, grind away at it. But then for that kind of, like, that kind of game, it's like, I just want to play on... Hold on. Oh, fuck me. On super easy mode, and, like, just, like, no risk. I don't want any risk. I just want to walk around, and pick up artifacts, and put on cool artifacts, and get money, and trounce everything. You know, like, that's what I look for in that experience. You know, it's like when I had... Hey, have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out. With, like, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Like, I played a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon. And, I was decent at the scenarios, but it's like I always had way more fun, like, after I had technically beaten the scenario and I just had a whole bunch of money that I could just make fucking roller coasters. Like, that was what was fun in that for me. I probably will not be on too much later myself. I would sure love to finish this room, but if not, shrug. It saves. I'm glad I had the, like, thought cross my mind about how I kind of got salty at the long level last time. And that, you know, I had that, like, epiphany that it doesn't fucking matter whether it's a bunch of checkpoints or a different level, because it's like, this might as well be a different level. Like, there's no reason to get salty at a long level. Oh, I double thought I was dead and double didn't save it. But yeah, we're not going to be playing for too much longer. But maybe a couple more, like, good tries. No! I want to land on that again. I want to land on it twice, and then go under it. We're getting close. Boop, boop. But whether or not we get it, I don't care. I will have the muscle memory for this level. And I am having fun with this. I think having a, like, mindset change was important. Like, it would be a pretty... I think it would have been a pretty shitty playthrough if I kept getting salty at long levels. It's like, Celeste is known for having long-ass levels. And there's a bunch of checkpoints when you get to a room or whatever, but it has long-ass levels, and it's super hard. And rumor mill says the person who made Celeste made this. And I can tell you for sure they know one heck of a lot more about video game design than I do. Maybe if this was like 5-course dinner by Maddie, allegedly, I might have a fucking leg to stand on giving some critiques. But that is not the case. You know, and that's certainly not to say I'm not going to have my favorite parts and least favorite parts and that my opinion isn't valid, but I think the issue is more my outlook on what a Kaizo level should be than a problem with the game or the level itself. Oh, too long. Oof. Yeah, I'm probably going to be wrapping up pretty soon. I'd like to get one more, at least, like, glimpse of the checkpoint. But Because I do feel like this W is just around the corner. Or this H is just around the corner. I wonder how deep into platforming games the term H goes. Because I know there's crossover. You know, I know, like, for example, the most obvious example of not SMW but close is Mario Maker. And I've seen people say H for the flag. But it's like, are there people who, from, you know, whatever, Barb Stream, Poo Stream, who see, like, some other random kind of checkpoint or like, H? Oof. Bonk. God, that is hard. Yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up soon. I've definitely hit that wall of like, okay, I am getting tired. I'm having a lot of fun with this, though. It's the kind of, like, determined, this is a long, tough section, not the kind of, like, get me out of this tough section. Hence why I'm, like, totally chill with whether or not I beat it tonight. It doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, that one was off. I think I'm gonna call it. I've had a good night. I'm gonna exit the level because I think that's when it saves, is when you exit the level. But I think I am gonna go find someone else who's playing SMW and shoot them a raid. Let's see. I might go to browse. I feel like I raid the same, like, dozen people every time. Which, I mean, there's some truth to that, you know. There are only so many people that play Super Mario World. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm just gonna pick a random person with one viewer. which is going to be Alibaba Gaming. I don't know this person. I don't know anything about them. But they are playing Mario and Luigi Go to White Castle. So let's head over there. Thank you all so much for hanging out. And I will be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to play ROM hack race levels or this. I haven't done ROM hack race levels in a minute. But it's gonna all depend on how I'm feeling tomorrow, what we're feeling like tomorrow. So stay tuned to find out. I'll be back tomorrow around 8, and then as far as midweek streams, I'm all over the place this week. It's super busy at work. Don't count on me. I'll tweet either way. If you follow me on Twitter, I always mention whether or not I'm going to stream, but I just don't want to make promises this month while I'm super duper busy. But thank you all so much. I appreciate you hanging out, and have a wonderful evening.